All right, men. So today we're going to be talking about the top 5 things, and I'm also going to include a bonus after that, so make sure to watch the whole video. And of course, hit that like button because it helps out a lot, with the YouTube algorithm and everything. But we're going to be talking about the top 5 things that men, 30 and up can no longer do. We cannot get away with these things anymore. You see, as a man, we can always remember when we were young, in our early 20s, before the wives and the kids, and we were just running wild, at the peak of our careers, and we could train for hours, eat whatever we want. Well, if you probably already noticed and you're here, that's no longer the case. There's a lot of things that we can't get away with when it comes to staying in shape, okay? And in this video, we're going to cover 5 with 1 bonus. So number one thing we could no longer do that we used to do. I remember when I was young, I used to just go into the gym, not even warm up. I would see the little old guys on the bicycle, which now I'm the old guy, pedaling away, warming up, greeting me. They would be doing their 20 minutes, which is what I do now too. And I would just immediately go into my workout, working sets, no warm up. Go hard or go home, no mercy. But not anymore, all right? We're older now. We can't get away with that stuff. Now I'm going to the gym. I have to mentally prepare myself for the gym. The hypeness is no longer there because I've been doing this for so long, right? I'm just doing this to stay healthy, same as you guys. Now I warm up. I warm up for about 15 to 25 minutes. 15 to 20 reps on the exercises that I'm going to perform before I even get into, I have to do, I think, like 2 sets before I even get into my working sets, and that's just one thing we can no longer do now. We cannot skip warming up, okay? You have to warm up. This is one of those things that we have to do now that we're getting older, because if we don't, we run the risk of increasing our chances of injury. And if we get injured, it's done, baby. We're old now. We're not going to recover like we did like rabid Wolverines when we were in our early 20s. So we're going to be put on the shelf for a minute. So again, guys, number one thing that you need to focus on and you cannot get away with is you need to warm up. Number 2, we need to avoid getting too busy. A lot of busy work. As you get older, you have your family, you have your wife, you have your job, you have your business. We get so tied into the life, as the protector and the provider of our family, that we forget about ourselves. But we need to remember that if we're not healthy mentally and physically, we cannot take care of the ones that we love. Of course, the kids need their money so they can go to the movies. You got to save for the college. The wife needs her money for her frappuccinos at Starbucks and Target. They depend on us, my friends. So I always say you need to prioritize what you do every day. And your wellness has to be on the top of this list. Because again, if you're not physically in shape, if you're not mentally fit, you're not going to be able to be the best version of yourself, and you cannot provide or protect the people that are most important to you. Number 3, stretching, flexibility. It's extremely important as you get older. I remember when I was younger, as some of you probably remember, especially if you're an athlete, just jumping out of bed, immediately getting ready, going to the gym. Again, no warm-up, nothing. Now, you can't jump out of the bed. Back hurts, shoulder hurts, arm falls asleep from bad circulation, neck hurts. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. But one of the ways to combat this is by stretching, okay? I recommend stretching about 20 to 30 minutes every night. This is going to help you feel better. It's going to slow down the process of these aches and pains that we feel now that we're reaching that age. And it's only going to get worse, so we have to slow this process down. We cannot stop getting old, but we can stop feeling old, okay? So remember, stretch. Number 4, we can no longer go hamburger and cheese, full potato on our workouts. I remember I used to be able to just do deadlifts, squats, bench press the same day. Then I would go do wrestling practice, go run, play basketball. I was able to go 100% all the time, especially when I was in high school and in my early 20s. But now we have to train smart, right? Because now we have to train for longevity. We can no longer put that much pressure on our body, so much stress. So now we have to train around that 70% every time, and maybe occasionally, you know, maybe a couple times a month, we'll kind of rev up to that 100 just to relive the glory days. But we want to stay consistent at that 70% because, again, we're not recovering as fast. Our testosterone levels are not as high. Our growth hormone levels are probably not the best, right? Because we're probably not sleeping well. I mean, when you have kids, you know how it is. You got to get up, make them breakfast, get them ready for school. You got, you know, the wife asking you for money. You know what I'm talking about. So, again, guys, it's very, very important to not kill yourself in the gym, because right now we need to focus on consistency so that we can stay fit. Number 5, do not try to relive the glory days, all right? We need to accept our age and take it with grace, okay? As we get older, things change. Different chapter in our book. There's no reason to focus on what we used to be able to do as athletes, right? Because you cannot compare the two. We were a lot younger. We were also a lot dumber. So we can also train a lot smarter now and more consistent those days. Those days you just went ham. But nothing's more annoying when you see these old guys in the gym who are out of shape telling the younger guys, oh, I remember back in my day. Don't be that guy with the little stringer tank top and the little poom shorts reliving his glory days. It reminds me of Married with Children, Al Bundy. He was always talking about how he was the star football player in high school, and that was like the highlight of his life. Life doesn't have to be like that, okay? We have things to look forward to. We can always be the best version of ourselves as we age, because, again, it's different chapters in our lives. And number 6, bonus tip, you need to watch what you put into your body. You know, when we were younger, we're able to eat whatever we want. Hamburgers, pizza, chili dogs, Twinkies, you name it. Our body was like this fat-burning machine, and we didn't need to really eat good foods to maintain our energy levels. But guess what, boys? Now we do. Now you eat you even look at a hamburger, you gain 5 pounds. Now, you know, I'll fast, I'll diet, and I still struggle with losing weight. And I'm a pretty active guy. I work out 5 to 6 days a week, you know, a few hours a day of weight training and endurance training. So trust me, I know it's extremely hard. So just be mindful of the foods you're taking in, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you're not starving yourself, because now that we're older, our testosterone levels are depleting. So we need to make sure that we protect that. We slow that process down. We're not going to be able to stop it, but we can slow it down by eating the right foods, okay? All right, so these are the top things that you can no longer get away with, all right? So please, if you're doing these things, just stop doing them, all right? Take care of yourself, all right? You need to put yourself first. You need to focus on your health mentally and physically, and these are the steps to get there, okay? Because remember, we have people who depend on us, right? We're providers and protectors by nature, and that's what most men are. And, you know, our families depend on us, our kids, our wives, you know, our mothers, our siblings. And in order for us to be able to, you know, support them and do our job as men, we need to be healthy. All right, my friends? So don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video informative for the YouTube algorithm. Hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. And share this with any of your guy friends, man. If you have any friends who are struggling with these things, you know, share with them. Help them out, man. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.